This book only served to further prove to me that I'm not the problem, even though I have seen the movies. I'm not the one who's the problem here. Like, I've seen this movie. Granted, I saw it forever ago, but I had things that I remembered that I did not recall being in the movie, which is fine. But I like this book. This is Practical Magic. I don't think I'm gonna read any of the others, but this is Practical Magic, and this is apparently the 25th anniversary edition of Practical Magic. There's a boot on the front. That's fun. Um, I liked this book. I thought it was very fun. Um, Owen's women in their city, in like their little town, they get blamed for everything, but also like everybody knows that like if you need to get rid of a bothersome man, then you go to an Owens woman because pretty much everybody knows that they're witches. But two in the new gen in the younger generation don't like being the weird ones. One of them starts traveling the world fruitlessly looking for love but never being able to actually find it, and then the other one loses her husband and gets terribly unhappy, and it's like a curse settles in over them. And then the Wild Thing sister comes and back into their lives. They've both moved away from their aunts and like mothers. I don't think of their mother, but like their aunt's house, and they've moved away, and Wild Thing's sister shows up, and she kills a man by accident. I think. I don't think she. I think it said that she didn't mean to kill him, but she did. And her sister was like, "No, I got you. I'm not gonna let you go to jail." So they bury him, and Sane's safe sister, like the one who lives in her safety bubble, safe sister, uh, she. I'm trying to think, she like is having issues like with her oldest daughter, and she and her sister are fighting a lot more, and it's like what is even happening here. And then they realize that burying the guy on their property caused like a curse to show up. In the movie he tries to possess her, but it didn't seem like that's what was happening in this book. At least I hope that's not what was happening. um I like this book. Also, this book makes me feel better about my own writing because in some of the scenes, like, I know one of Safe Sister's daughters is there, but at the same time, she's not mentioning what she's doing all of the time, which is really nice to have. This book is so thick, and like, when I smile, so is my cheek. It's a good book. There are others. I don't remember if one of them is a prequel, but I know that one of them is about Safe Sister's daughter. So, yeah. I don't remember much of the movie, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't like this. I like this book. I don't know how people feel about it versus the movie since I can't remember much of it, but people like this book enough that there's a 25th anniversary edition. So, that should tell you a lot. Is this where this goes? Yeah, this is where this goes. No, it's not. It goes over here. Ooh. Sorry, I'm fighting. Soul of the Deep. It's way up there near the lion. I'm not going to try and grab it. Um, Soul of the Deep is next, and because I like this book, I don't have a whole lot to say about it. Um, Go read it. Read Skin of the Deep and read Soul of the Deep. Um, yeah, it's a good book, and some of it is the consequences of our actions, because remember that the antagonist in the first book, he wasn't just the antagonist, he had like an actual purpose, and their actions are coming to bite them in the butt now. Did he do wrong? Yes, but he served like an actual tangible purpose for keeping the world safe. So yeah, um that's a thing that happened. And long story short, they gotta trust Isu. He needs a mythical creature to hold back. He needs a mythical creature to hold back a Jogun, but the same would release them. So we got 2 days. Cola gets on my nerves because, but I think it's not his fault though, because no one ever seems to explain to him the fact that she can't physically be with him or she'll turn into sea foam. That gets solved at the end, of course. Um, they nearly don't do it, and there's also a betrayal, but like it's fine. It's cute. It's not as cute as book one, which is why it's on this bookshelf instead of the favorite book bookshelf. But yeah, it's good. I also think part of the reason Cola got on my nerves is because there is so much at stake right now. We do not have time for your melodrama. we got we got stuff to do. Um, yeah, this video is only 5 minutes long. Screw it. I'm gonna keep going. Onyeka. Onyeka and the Academy of the Sun. This one is next by the British Nigerian woman. Um, Tola. Oh, I'm sure that's not how you pronounce that. I before I read the next one, I'm gonna have to look this up because I'm completely positive that is not how you say that, and I'm going to resist from insulting her further. You know what? Let me hold the book. I did with practical magic, so let me hold the book. Um, yeah, I gotta read these in a more timely manner because the sequel's already out and it's in this next pile of books over here. Yeah, so you will notice on the cover that she's got quite a bit of hair, and it's like a whole thing with like her hair being out of control and not being easily tamped down. She's got powers, and they're making her sick when she uses them because she's technically only half of like what her powers are. And it was like a whole thing with her dad and her mom. I really want people to read the book, so I'm not going to rehash it. When I really want you to read the book, I am not going to rehash the plot of the book. But yeah, three of those in this. Although I did kind of explain some of the plot of Practical Magic, but that's because I like this and Soul of the Deep better. Gee, I can't imagine what it might be about the characters that makes me like them more. Can't possibly imagine. Anyway, um she ends up having to go to the Academy of the Sun while her mom is going to look for her dad, and it's like a whole thing. He's trying to find a cure to whatever caused their powers to appear in the first place. It's it's a whole thing, dude. Like you gotta read it. Also, I knew that the principal of the school was a skeevy person the moment I saw him. Anyway, um, yeah, there's a cliffhanger at the end of this book, and that really got on my nerves. But I'm sure they're gonna fix it. I don't know if this is gonna be a trilogy or not, but I'm sure they're gonna fix it. I think this would be great for little girls to read. Probably, where would I put this? Like your 4 to 6 crowd, and like like a fully grown adult, so it's not that there's no value for teenagers, but like the ones who are gonna like really like want the book. Those that's gonna be like your 4 to 6 crowd. Does the hardcover have? Oh, I like it when hardcovers have like special prints on them. Oh, hey, I was right. Because I said there's because it's got the age group on here and it says 8 to 12. So I was exactly right. I'm good at this. Um, yeah. Um, the characters don't act like Onyeka should just know everything, which is really nice because remember that was one of my problems with Wings of Ebony. They just act like the main characters should know everything, and the fact that she doesn't is her fault, and not the fact that she wasn't raised with them. That's gonna come up again later. The author, because again, I don't want to butcher your name. I'm so sorry for not googling it, but the author's transitions flow, and it's really nice. Read the book. Love a good plot twist. Read the book. It's I promise you won't regret it. Yeah.